Later, Wu Chen thought to himself, I'm done recording. I should go home and send the song. As Wu Chen was going down to the basement to get his car, his phone rang. Su Qinjiang asked, Wu Chen, why didn't you answer my calls after 3 hours? Wu Chen replied calmly, Qinjiang, I had something to do earlier. What's the matter? Su Qinjiang said happily, Tiantian has started her internship at Jinfu. She no longer needs to study abroad. Wu Chen fastened his seatbelt. That's great. Qinjiang, you're amazing. Su Qinjiang said sadly, Wu Chen, I can't go to see you today. I have to go home. Or else, if I don't go home every day, people will get suspicious. Wu Chen comforted her. It's okay. I also have something to do today. Su Qinjiang replied softly, Okay, go ahead with your work. I'll see you another day. As Wu Chen was driving, he noticed a car following him. Wu Chen glanced at the license plate and thought to himself, this is not a Donghai license plate. It must be someone from Dingrulong. He still had to send the song, so he didn't want to play with them for now. Wu Chen quickly shook off the tail and went home. After returning home, Wu Chen sat down at his desk and came up with a stage name for uploading the song. Chenwu. Chenwu was the reverse pronunciation of Wu Chen. Perhaps Song Zhuan would recognize it. Next, he just had to wait for the song to go viral. At 7 o'clock the next day, Wu Chen walked to his desk with a thought in his mind. After a night, it's time to see the results of the spirit relief elixir. Suddenly, Wu Chen noticed something was wrong in the house. The direction of the vase had changed, and the position of the cushion on the sofa had shifted slightly to the right. Those people must have been watching him without him knowing, and had even followed him into his house. The pinhole camera and wiretaps must be somewhere here. They wanted to play, so he would give them a chance today. Wu Chen picked up his phone. My dear Miss Li, do you have nothing to do today? Li Rubing quickly replied, Don't, I was just about to call you. You're quite obedient. We can talk about Song Zhuan slowly. Wu Chen agreed. All right, I'll come to your company on time. Wu Chen got into his car and began to think. The chances of something happening today were very high, but everything was under control. A car blocked Wu Chen's path, forcing him to slow down. The sound of the tires rubbing against the road was deafening. Wu Chen glanced at his surroundings. We're here. He couldn't go forward or turn left or right. He understood. These thugs wanted to stage a casual accident, which had a 100% fatality rate. However, he had already memorized the license plate number. At the same time, Wu Chen's car exploded, and the airbag inflated. Wu Chen calmly said, Reset time, time rewound to 7 o'clock in the morning. Wu Chen lay on the bed and sneered. Now, it's my turn. Wu Chen picked up the phone and called Li Rutei. Li Rutei answered quickly, Hello. Wu Chen calmly instructed. Ding Rulong's men have arrived in Donghai. There are 2 refrigerated trucks, 1 black SUV, and 1 black pickup truck. The license plate numbers are XXX30 and 2030. They will attack you soon. Li Rutei cursed, Damn it, rest assured, I'll make arrangements immediately. Wu Chen added, You must succeed. Wu Chen thought, it might be difficult to find Ding Rulong's men if they want to hide, but it's impossible not to find their cars on the road. It was not easy to take action on the main roads, so he headed to the underground parking lot of the Xiamen shopping center. As soon as Wu Chen got out of his car, Li Rutei called, Are you all right? I've sent people to search the roads personally. Wu Chen replied, I'm near the east side of the shopping center. Those cars are following me. Tell your men to be careful. After saying that, Wu Chen hung up and thought happily, Now, it's time to wait for Ding Rulong's successor. The thugs in the pickup truck saw this and said, Damn, we've been discovered. Change plans, we have to go back immediately. At that moment, a 16-seater van crashed into the pickup truck. The driver of the pickup truck stuck his head out and shouted, Do you know how to drive? Wang Zhongyuan led a group of men out of the van. You don't know how to drive, how about you take a ride with us? Subsequently, all of the drivers who had been sent to attack Wu Chen were arrested. Zhong Chuan reported to Ding Rulong, Boss, our men have been captured by Li Rutei. Ding Rulong roared, In that case, let's switch to plan B. Wu Chen must die today. Attack while the Li sisters are still unprotected. Zhong Xuan gave the order, Old C, double the bounty. Clean up the Wuchen mess in the Xiamen shopping center parking lot, finish the job and leave immediately. 20 minutes later, at the Xiamen shopping center, Wuchen received a call from Li Rubing. We've caught all the men. Where are you? Wuchen replied, Xiamen shopping center. What's the matter? Li Rubing ordered, find a crowded place. I'll be there immediately. Listen to me. Wuchen stood in front of the elevator. My dear Miss Li, I'll do as you say. Wuchen stepped into the elevator and noticed that the camera had been broken. He guessed that the assassin had arrived. When the elevator doors opened, Wuchen was surrounded by a group of men. The elevator doors closed, and they all charged towards Wuchen, each of them holding a knife. Wuchen narrowed his eyes and fought back fiercely. With one hand, he grabbed the wrist of an assassin and dislocated his joint. Wuchen then kicked another assassin in the stomach. At the same time, 2 assassins rushed towards Wuchen with their knives. One of them swung his knife, but Wuchen dodged it quickly. The assassin was shocked speechless. Wuchen seized the opportunity and punched him in the face. While Wuchen was fighting the assassins, Li Rubing was also frantically searching for him. Where is he? I can't even get through to his phone. Search everywhere. Find Wuchen quickly. The servant beside her reported, Miss, he's in the elevator. Li Rubing rushed over. Which floor? The servant quickly replied, the ground floor. Li Rubing shouted, hurry up. When they arrived, the elevator was just coming down. As the elevator doors opened, they saw an assassin's head slamming into the ground. Wuchen was still holding an assassin by the head, his clothes torn. Li Rubing was surprised. Wuchen calmly stepped out of the elevator. Oh, my dear Miss Li, Li Rubing ran over excitedly. Wuchen asked sharply, what are you doing? Aren't you afraid of ruining your clothes? Li Rubing said, you still have the energy to talk, so you must not be seriously injured. Let's go to the hospital. Wuchen asked, go to the hospital for what? Li Rubing was worried. You're covered in blood. Don't you know where you're injured? Wuchen teased Li Rubing again. I'm not injured. But you've been here for dozens of minutes. You took advantage of me. I'm not someone who will suffer losses. I have to touch you, Li Rubing still said worriedly. You can't fight against 6 assassins with knives. Are you really okay? My goodness. Wuchen replied, that's right, but you've already dirtied my clothes. I'll have to go back and change. But there's one more thing I need to do first. Found it. Wuchen took out Lao Diao's phone and sent a dozen photos to Zhong Xuan. Zhong Xuan immediately called back, Lao Dao, are you done? Where are you guys now? Wuchen said sarcastically, I sent you the photos. Aren't you going to look at them? Zhong Xuan asked in confusion. Who are these photos of? Why do you have Lao Diao's phone? Wuchen said. Zhong Xuan, send the photos to Ding Rulong and tell him that his days are numbered. After saying that, Wuchen turned off the phone immediately and handed it to Li Rubing's assistant. Call an ambulance. The person whose phone I'm using has to live, the assistant acknowledged. Yes, sir. Wuchen turned to Li Rubing. By the way, Rubing, I'm going to leave Donghai for the time being and go to the south. Li Rubing grabbed his hand. You want to go kill Ding Rulong? Li Rubing kissed Wuchen and said, my love, don't go. Wuchen rubbed Li Rubing's hand. It's not good to kiss me like this. Go home and take a bath before kissing me. Li Rubing blushed and didn't know what to say. On the other side of Donghai, in Building 3 of the CBD, Song Zhuan exclaimed, impossible, impossible, a song written in a week. A friend explained, I heard it last night before I went to bed. It's quite good. Song Zhuan looked at the screen. There were already more than 4,000 comments, all of which were good. There were also many experts discussing the singer's skills. Song Zhuan thought to herself, that's exactly what Senior Wuchen said about Antidote to the Soul at that time. Song Xuan's friend said, Song Zhuan, in this day and age, who still writes music by hand? Song Zhuan stepped out onto the balcony and thought to herself, oh no, I had to find Senior Wuchen to confirm. At this time, in Wuchen's house, Li Rubing had just finished